Rotted Reviews, and it is day 2 of the 2020 Advent Calendar of Christmas horror movies. And today I'd like to talk about the 2018 movie Sick for Toys. Now this is only going to be a spoiler-free review, and it's going to be a pretty quick one at that. This is the directorial debut, feature-length at any rate, of David Del Rio. Written by James Andrew Oster and Justin Javier, this introduces us to the character of Roy. And Roy is a guy that, well, he's nice, and he's single, and he's a little bit down on his luck in that regard. If he does go out on a date, she gets magnificently drunk and wants to take him to bed, but he's having none of it, being the gentleman that he is. And then something strange happens to Roy. You see, his best friend goes missing. Despite his best friend already having a girlfriend, Roy knew that he was also going out for a tryst, and in doing so, fell off the face of the earth. So he's trying to track him down, trying to figure out what's going on here, and in doing so, he calls up a number that he finds scribbled in his friend's apartment. This is the manner in which Roy meets Amelia, who is somebody that seems quite bubbly and charming, but there's more than meets the eye, and things start going spectacularly wrong for Roy. Now, I have to admit, I watched this movie and I have to kind of wonder what the fuck was the point of it. It had a good polish to it, good look and feel, I guess decently enough well acted. It wasn't bad acting at the very least. It didn't stand out with horrendous performances. It just wasn't that great. It was pretty middle of the road on every visual and performance aspect. But the storytelling, the writing itself really held this movie back because it just treated everything with a juvenile feel. This movie handles some extraordinarily complex topics such as rape, mental illness, childhood trauma, all sorts of different things, and it does it in such a laissez-faire kind of whatever attitude just to make bad shit happen to characters with blood and gore. It's only a means to an end instead of actually trying to say something. And as far as the storytelling structure itself goes, it didn't seem to really know who the main character was. I finished watching it and I don't know who the main character was. Yes, I've described Roy, but that's because I'm just kind of going through a spoiler-free synopsis of how the movie starts out. Suffice it to say, maintaining spoiler-free, that's not how the entirety of the movie goes. It seems to shift from foot to foot, not really knowing who's supposed to be front and center, who we're supposed to be rallying behind, who we're supposed to be following, and who we're supposed to be cheering for. It kind of feels like Lord of the Flies, where if you hold the conch, then you are the one that speaks. And in this case, if you hold the camera's attention, then you are the main focal point at that given moment, but expect it to be handed off, so it's tough to really follow any sort of characters. Moreover, instead of dealing with those complex topics with real voices and a deft hand, it tries to kind of give it a little bit of lip service by providing some haphazard sympathy for the antagonists in the film, and I don't know, it just kind of felt like it came off cheap and fake. So between having nobody that I really was rallying behind in a storytelling device manner and having no message that I could really get behind, I didn't know what the point of it was, and I still don't. The end credits rolled. I didn't see why I just wasted my hour and a half watching it. I think having bad characters do bad things for the entirety of the movie and blurring the lines with the good guys and offering sympathy for the bad guys is something that is it's a difficult thing to pull off, but it can be very potent when it's done well. Rob Zombie is a good example of this, and even he doesn't get it right 100% of the time. And in this case, it was tried for, they aimed for the fences, they swung as hard as they could, but they came up with nothing but air. And on that basis, I really cannot recommend the 2018 movie, Sick for Toys. Thank you very much for joining me here today. I hope you like this video. If you like this, please click like and subscribe. Did you know that checking my analytics, everybody that watches my videos, over half of them, including not just watches, but watch hours, are not subscribed? It would help me out a whole lot. If you do like my videos and you're watching them on the regular, please click subscribe. It really, really does help me. Beyond that, remember next time you want to watch a horror movie, first make sure that it's good and rotted.